Want a dog?
Today on Seattle Refined, peanut butter and jelly on a hot dog?
You nailed this. This is fantastic.
Refined's resident super eater goes in search of Seattle's best dogs. Then,
I describe it as blub, 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 blub. But some people do gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
it's a picture that talks to you. Refined introduces you to the soon-to-be world-famous Gurgle Pot. Plus,
A lot of stuff from, I can tell, from Macy's and Nordstrom and downtown stores.
high fashion, bargain prices. Refined shoppers get ready for not one, but two blowout sales this weekend.
I could be on your mind.
And a West Coast band about to hit it big. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Aces. Seattle Refined starts now. Hey everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. This is the Mural Amphitheater here at the Seattle Center, and it really is pretty. Well, did you know, this is a fact, that Seattle actually has a hot dog scene? In fact, some headlines claim it's an insanely good city for hot dogs, which is great news because Seattle Refined has a super eater on staff, and he loves Frankfurters. John Prentice is a man with an appetite. Good thing, too, because we sent him to find the best hot dogs in Seattle. And what better place to start than at Dog in the Park in the heart of downtown? Owner Ramazan Center claims this is the birthplace of the Seattle dog.
New York dog, Chicago dog, Philadelphia dog, and now we have Seattle dog. It started right here.
And what is a Seattle dog?
Cream cheese, toasted bun, caramelized vegetables. Bon appetit.
Well, whether or not this is where it all began, we agree the Seattle dog is world-class delicious, and our super eater is ready to dig in.
All right, well, let's try one.
Here we go. I make you one, and you tell us how good it is. One Seattle dog, sir. I hope and I wish all the Seattleites, if they didn't try Seattle dog, they must come here and try it and spread the word to the rest of the world.
You got it, Ramazan. Our next stop is a little cart named Das Bratwagen.
It's loosely translated from German, meaning the sausage cart.
Owner Alex is out rain or shine, grilling up the best German-inspired brats in town. John steps up to the plate and orders the German.
So it's just a third-pound smoked brat with sauerkraut on top.
And there's a variety of German mustards to top your brat.
Some of these sauces I make myself, or mustards. Like this one, for example, is my gotcha mustard.
What's in that?
Yeah, it's a sriracha mustard made with the smoky garlic onion mustard.
Yeah, that sounds excellent. This is a fantastic sausage. You can really tell it's just a good quality meat. I like that the sauerkraut isn't too sweet, and the gotcha sauce has a nice kick to it. Really awesome job.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, from traditional German to something that sounds like a 9-year-old would invent, when we heard about this next hot dog, we knew we had to send John in to try it out.
Peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah, it's bomb. I'm telling you, dude.
What's the secret? Like, is it just regular peanut butter and jelly?
It's regular peanut butter, it's roasted raspberry, chipotle jam, cream cheese, and slices of bacon.
All right, that sounds like
The bacon is what makes it.
that sounds like a game changer.
Yeah.
Let's give this a shot, okay?
You can find Chad Ostrom at Rain City Hot Dogs in front of the Lowe's on Rainier Avenue, slinging smoky PBJ dogs 5 days a week.
Chad, what is this? A fork?
It's a fork, man. It gets messy.
Yeah. You nailed this. This is fantastic. It's got that savory sweet thing going on, a little bit of chipotle in the jam. It's fantastic. Nice job. Really good.
Think we missed the best hot dog in Seattle? Let us know where to send Super Eater John Prentice next. Email us at hello@seattlerefined.com. Since we clearly aren't watching our carbs this episode, we want to let you in on another secret, Seattle's most decadent French toast. Our refined foodie extraordinaire, Jenny Schulz, has done it again. uncovering a half a dozen amazing spots showing French toast the respect it deserves. From classic French toast to French toast made out of monkey bread, this list is definitely a sweet indulgence. Check it out by going to our website and searching for French toast. And what a better way to wash down some French toast than with some of Seattle's most underrated but most unique coffee drinks. I'm not gonna lie, this story is one of my favorites on the site right now. Rebecca Mongrain has discovered 7 of the most unusual coffee drinks around and where to find them. Everything from a cereal milk cappuccino to a drink called a disco pony. If you want to know where to find them, you'll have to check out our website. A Pierce County business is making a lot of noise these days with something called a Gurgle Pot. Not sure what that is? Well, me either, until Refine's Malia Karlinski came to the rescue.
The story of Gurgle Pot begins in a tiny French village where Matt Ellison was sitting through some very awkward meals.
Well, my brother got married in France. He married a French girl, and it was in a small town that didn't have hotels. So the townspeople hosted the Americans when they came for the wedding, and we got hosted with a couple that didn't speak any English, and we didn't speak any French.
There was one bright spot, or should I say sound.
And they had this pitcher that they would bring out at dinner time. It was a antique fish-shaped pitcher that made a gurgling sound. They kind of united the table and gave us something to smile at if we couldn't converse.
Back in the U.S., Matt decided to make a gurgling pot for himself and realized it was a great business idea. He invested a small fortune to make them. Then the unthinkable happened.
I got a 20-foot container full of Gurgle Pots and then started to unpack them and realized that the glaze was horrible. They did a really bad job, and probably 98% of them were unsellable. They were horrific.
Matt and his dad had to break every single pot and take them to the dump. Bruised but not beaten, he made one more go of it, and this time things took off.
And I was ecstatic when I sold 34 Gurgle Pots. I couldn't believe that I would make something and somebody would want to buy something that I made with my hands.
Today it's a booming business with Gurgle Pots available in different sizes and 29 colors. We had to know, how does it work?
When you come back and bring the pitcher upright, the water will push the air out of the tail, and then it pushes all the bubbles up and makes the sound.
Makes that fun sound.
Yep.
It is a fun sound.
I describe it as blub, 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 blub. But some people do gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. The most common, I guess, is glug, glug, glug.
Everyone is part of this family business, including wife Jen and Matt's 109-year-old great-ma, who folds the brochures. What is your latest invention? Nothing to do with fish.
The new invention is Chirpy Top, and it's a no-drip wine pour.
I like that idea. Matt Ellison has built an empire, all based on an uncomfortable meal and a gurgling pot.
I could almost get teary-eyed thinking how much that pot's brought to my family. And my grandma and my parents, oh wow.
To learn more about the Gurgle Pot, log on to SeattleRefined.com. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
Costume Nationale, Prada, Jill Sander, Celine, Alexander McQueen.
Top designer fashions at cut-rate prices. Refined reveals the big sale that will leave budget-minded fashionistas breathless. But first,
I want to provide the best to the world, and it gives me a pride that I'm providing for someone.
a mom and daughter keep it all in the family when it comes to Washington's top crop. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, when it comes to Washington's top crops, apples rake in more money than anything else. In fact, Washington is the #1 apple producing state in the U.S., and you might be surprised to find more and more women are ruling the orchard.
Julie Bosma and her daughter Leah Eddy are great examples of how many women in agriculture are doing more of the heavy lifting.
Right now during harvest season, it's up at 5:30, be in the orchard, make sure the picking crew knows what they're supposed to be doing that day, maybe do some quality control, making sure that what's being picked is the same as what we've told them to pick. Then I start coordinating, calling the warehouses, figuring out what pool the fruit is going to go in, if we're going to sell it right now, if we're going to put it in storage for later, and then start coordinating trucking, because after we pick it all has to get hauled into the warehouse that same day.
Julie grows for Washington Family Farms, a group of area families who join together to market their apples throughout the world. Julie is used to 12-hour days and has passed her work ethic and love of the farm onto her daughters.
My daughter, Leah, started farming when she was 13. Learned how to drive a forklift young and was out there enjoying being in the outdoors and got a real love for it. And now Katie, my youngest daughter, she is driving around in the pickup with me, learning stuff about farming, just the way I learned when I was driving around with my dad in the pickup truck, learning what he was doing.
Leah and her husband operate their own farm, and they also grow apples for Washington Family Farms. Growing the highest quality fruit possible is her #1 priority.
I want to provide the best to the world, and it gives me a pride that I'm providing for someone.
With a toddler at home, Leah and her husband split the duties on the farm, keeping things as balanced as possible.
We work together as a team. He does more of the grunt work while I do more of the scientific side of it and the book work.
This is how we're gonna go.
Oh yeah.
I love it. This is your
Beast. Yeah.
The beast.
Leah took me on a tour of her orchard and then settled in to show me how they test their apples for ripeness.
In order to pick your fruit at the prime time, according to what kind of storage they're in at the warehouse, you have to do 3 very specific tests. A pressure test,
Okay.
a Brix test, which is a sugar test, and a starch test.
Okay.
The pressure test tells her how the apple will stand up to different storage parameters. Leah also does a sugar test.
With Red Delicious, it has to be at a 11 brick level, according to state law. Because a Red Delicious can color up and look great, but this was this color 4 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
And it still didn't didn't taste good.
And a starch test ensures that her apples are perfect at harvest.
Do it the right way.
It's not lost on Leah how much the farm shaped her life then and now.
I've been very blessed to be introduced into agriculture at such a young age. It's created who I am. Agriculture has made me.
You have fun, don't you?
Tune in every Wednesday for more great stories from our partners at Washington Grown. It's great stuff. Still to come on Refined, magic under the big top, as Circus Olay's new show gets ready to roll into town. Find out how you could win tickets. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@seattlerefined.com. Seattle Refined will be right back. Get ready for some mind-blowing fun under the big top. Our sponsors, Circus Olay, is coming back to town with a new show, and you have a chance to win free tickets all week here on Refined. Lucia, A Waking Dream of Mexico, runs from March 30th to May 21st at Merrimore Park in Redmond, and it promises to be amazing. The show features 44 performers carrying out incredible eye-popping feats of acrobatics that will transport audiences to an imaginary Mexico that exists somewhere between dreams and reality. Every day this week, Refined will be counting down to Lucia by giving away 2 tickets to a lucky viewer. Log on to seattlerefined.com/Lucia and enter for your chance to win. Good luck, everybody. Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. A Seattle charity that helps countless women change their lives for the better is gearing up for one of its biggest weekends of the year. Dress for Success helps empower women entering the workforce by providing them the confidence, skills, and wardrobe they'll need to succeed. And you can help the cause just by doing a little shopping. BYOB, bring your own bag because you're going to need it. Dress for Success is cleaning out its closet with 2 big sales this weekend.
One of the great things about Dress for Success is we get a ton of amazing donations. And a lot of those donations aren't necessarily perfect for the program. They to suit women to be interviewed, but they're like party dresses or jeans or, you know, just super high-end designers, or maybe they're some more interesting, you know, piece that wouldn't be like necessarily work appropriate. And so we are allowed to raise money with those clothes.
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're going to want to stop by Dress for Success on 5th Avenue in downtown Seattle for some crazy cheap deals on thousands of items.
Shoes, handbags, you know, for everything from blouses and skirts and pants and suits and coats, and it'll be a very like amazing variety of stuff, including scarves and jewelry and all kinds of things that are just our closet is overwhelmed with amazing stuff.
100% of the cash made at this weekend sale goes directly to Dress for Success.
So we've got this rack of shoes right now. It's going to be even fuller than this as it is, but we've got some amazing designers here that are all going to be half off for the sale. We've got some Kate Spade shoes. Really cute sandals that are normally, we would sell them for $32. I mean, I think they would go for like close to $300 or $400, and so these will be like $16. These are examples of some of the dresses that people just drop off for donation, and they may not be exactly work appropriate, but they're totally appropriate for a party or any kind of event.
And the perfect event for one of those party dresses? The designer sale at the Cloud Room Friday evening.
When we got word that they needed help with funding, we actually jumped at that opportunity. And when we saw it, we said, you know, there's so much value here in terms of, you know, vintage, recycled designer, pieces that are kind of one of a kind. It's a larger focus on designer that includes like Costume National, Prada, Jill Sander, Celine, Alexander McQueen. And so it's kind of like this pre-filtered collection of used and vintage designer. And so we're going to be pricing everything, and it's definitely going to be at wallet-friendly prices for sure.
Again, the curated designer sale is Friday evening. The Dress for Success spring clearance sale is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For more deets and ticket information, go to our website, SeattleRefined.com. Welcome back to Refined. Well, a West Coast band thinks 2017 is going to be their year to break through to the big time. They're called the Aces, and remember, you saw them first here.
Do we just put it back here, guys?
The Velour in downtown Provo is known to feature very talented bands. And this group of young ladies is no exception. They call themselves the Aces.
We're an all-girl band from Orem.
Together, they believe they are on their way to be heard far beyond Utah. And judging by the screaming crowd at the Velour during a recent concert, it's looking very promising. Right now, the Aces are being called one of the top bands to watch for 2017. They recently signed a major deal with Red Bull Records, released a music video with a single called Stuck, and are working on releasing a new single.
We're just excited to get our stuff out and let people actually hear what we've been working on. We're in a good spot. There's a lot of fun stuff that's going to come out this year.
But don't be deceived by their youth. These girls have been playing together for years. The girls played through junior high and high school. Then came a time to make a decision.
It was like, okay, is the band going to end? We've been in it for like 8 years. Like, are we just going to let go of it? And we all collectively were just like, no.
They believe it was the right choice.
And I was like instantly happier.
We're like very excited, very ready.
A girl band from Utah Valley who believe that 2017 is their year to hit the big league in the music industry. All right, that'll do it for another show here on Seattle Refined. We'll see you next time.